West Coast, but it is time to settle the score. And our first battleground will be Narrows Team Slayer to start things off. You got to pay attention to those power weapons. You're going to have your sniper rifle, which will spawn every, what is that, 150 seconds I saw there. You're also going to have rockets down low as well. But we're into the action, Walshy. Let's get into this.
Yeah, Missy pushing on over, it looked like all the way towards top center immediately. So taking up quite a bit of ground right off the bat.
Right away here. Getting that first start, but Snakebite beaming Missy. Pistola's going to be right in front of him, and the Rockets is going to be able to clean him up out of that one. Pistola, though, master being able to stay alive. This guy has done it time and time again. You think that you're going to have him dead to rights. It just doesn't happen that way. Nice kill there onto World Famous. And Missy already, this is starting off very nicely for the Southeast. And this is not the kind of start that the Northeast were expecting here, given how they played against Central earlier today.
Missy's doing a fantastic job as well, knowing what times he can and can't challenge. Right there being a perfect time to know how to challenge Snakebite all the way across the map, despite Snakebite being such a phenomenal player. Your BR only does so much damage all the way across the map, so he realizes he can just poke in and out and get that information for Ola. So even if Missy was not able to acquire that kill, Ola was going to back it up with a rocket.
Heads up play there by Snakebite, though, to be able to regain control of the sniper. They're going to have 2 shots left in the chamber. Want to try and control the top portion of the map here on Narrows. It's a good spot. You get a lot of vision. They got to help each other out here on the Northeast. Snakebite, he sees his teammate is engaging in a fight. Both players are going to be scattered down low, scrambling to try and jockey for position here. And I like this move from Snakebite. He's going to just try and push around them. Now, there's no radar here in this. So because of that, players need to be more aware of their surroundings. And you see right there, one may be wondering, well, how did Pistola know that Snakebite was going to be there? Well, it just
because he's a wizard.
Exactly. He's magical. He has radar. No one else does. I'm joking. You know, imagine someone's like, are you serious? It's just, they play this game so much. It's Halo 3. We've been playing this game for years. You just know where to look. You know where a lot of these players are going to try and push, Dave.
Yep. Halo is a game of deduction. In many cases, he didn't hear Snakebite being called out over at Snipe side or at either of L2 or R2,
I love this.
Which is those ramps on the sides. And at some point, it's like, you know that player's going to be in lobby. What's the sneakiest spot someone's going to be in lobby? It's going to be up in the attic.
It's going to be a 2-kill game now. Snakebite, though, he's going to have to disengage from this one, getting tagged up on the side. And wisely enough from Pistola, knowing that Snakebite was going to be in a rough spot there, getting challenged, and Missy's going to be there for the pickup. That is going to be number 7 on the board for the blue team. Southeast, they get themselves a sniper rifle to boot. This can spell doom for the red squad here. Oh, World Famous, though. We got our 2 players here, our 2 amateur players coming out of this tournament, duking it out. It's a 1-kill game. It's all tied up. Snakebite has a sniper, and this is where things get dangerous for the Southeast because both players from the north side for the red team have snipers. That's a lot of vision.
Yes, and rockets are up right now. So really from Northeast, they just need to get like 1 more kill, and then they can use that extra firepower to acquire those rockets. So whichever team is able to get a kill here first can almost guarantee rockets. But I'm pretty sure someone from Southeast had snagged those rockets. That's going to be the Wizard Ola, who gets the kill on Snakebite, takes that sniper out of his hands, and Southeast are looking primed to bring another lead.
And you mentioned, Walshy, that they want to just try and get the kill so that this way they can start to push forward and get the rockets. But Pistola didn't need that. He had his teammate create that distraction, and that was just enough time for him to be able to push around.
Did you see Ola? He's dropping the sniper from Missy. That is a lot of trust in his teammate. So I really like that call. Missy has been performing very well in the last match, even in this game thus far with snipers. So I really like that play. But yeah, looks like Missy was eventually taken out there. So
it's still a smart play. It's still a smart play because you also don't want to pocket 2 power weapons in a 2v2. You want to spread those power weapons out as much as you possibly
also
can.
Mainly just on Narrows. Like Narrows is one of those maps where you're gonna possibly hit a body shot or just get some explosion damage with that rocket, and you need your VR to finish us off. You don't have the same luxury on something like, I don't know, like if I had to give an example, Construct, where when someone goes up the lift, you get the guaranteed 1-hit kill with the rockets, or someone is so far away from you with the snipe that in most cases you can just, you know, lay down that damage and get the kill easily.
Snakebite gonna find Pistola there, but Missy with the follow-up onto Snakebite. World Famous, Missy tackling each other at the top here. World Famous is gonna be tagged up, but so is Missy. That's going to have to just prompt him to drop back, but I like that. Still, despite him being very weak in the shield, he'll push back, and I love that nade right up that ramp there. Forces him back again, doesn't give him that opportunity to be able to set up top, so they don't know exactly where they are, but that's when Pistola, he's going to charge straight ahead, and I love this aggression from Ola.
Well, here's the play that happened. I believe I heard the man cannon, someone launching over. So what Ola and Missy decided to do is they said, all right.
Oh, Missy! He ain't missing, baby!
Change his name to Hitty? No, that's a terrible joke. I'm stopping. But, yeah, the play that opened that up, though, was Ola and Missy pushing in on World Famous because, like I said, Snakebite man-canned over. And in most cases, most players would just try to turn around, get and attack the player where they know exactly where they're at, or run the man cannon. But instead, they left that player. They realized that that Snakebite would not be able to catch up to him. So they went over, took the 2-on-1 against World Famous, and that's why they now have this 2-kill lead and control the weapons.
Just going to give Snakebite his team and his teammate a moment to try and spawn on red side, but it seems like they ended up, I think they may have been pushed low, or did the spawn happen back there? It's interesting to say the least, but you know, 2v2, right? You never really know what you're going to get out of this, the way that it's always set up. 13-11 to score line now. Snakebite, though, follows up. That's going to be the sniper on Missy, who's had quite the game thus far. 13-12. It's a 1-kill game. Pushing up forward here. World famous ice rockets, too.
That is a bold play. I mean, especially, even though you have Ola cornered, I mean, I'm not taking my chances. I'm just going to, you know, take him out while I have a chance, use a rocket, and just get it over with.
Well, he also knew, too, that he was weak. So
even a weak Ola, I'm still using the rocket.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't disagree with that logic, because it is Pistola. He would, in fact, find a way. 14-13 now. Again, this has been such a back-and-forth game here. Game 1 in our grand finals to get to this point. These players, Missy and World Famous, went through the Microsoft Store 2v2 events, qualified to play with these pros. Huge opportunity for them. And so far, both players stepping up when they need to. And I think that these guys are very happy with who they have. And look at this Pistola. He's one shot, but he still manages to pick up a very critical kill.
He just uses, he's like that Jurassic Park quote, life finds a way. That's how Halo works for Ola. He just, life finds a way, he doesn't die, he always stays alive.
I just never thought that in 2019 I would be commentating a Halo event and then Walshy quotes Jurassic Park. That's just, the Halo 3 event, Jurassic Park, I just don't know where we are, when we are, even.
I don't know how my brain works either, man. It's just, it's a scary, wild place, and you don't want to go there.
No, it's very horrifying. 19-15 now to score to 25, bear in mind. So only 6 kills left for the Southeast, and they will win game 1, and I love that angle there. Snakebite thought he was hidden, but the sniper will find its way right to the dome. That's going to clean up.
Such a rare headshot too. When someone's just poking out that
been a little bit,
like most players might wait a little bit longer, make sure they line that up, but Ola just takes the one shot and hits it.
Ola, one of the best Halo 3 players back in the day. The old school MLG days. This guy with triggers down, Final Boss was it as well. Like the list goes on and on. Just the talent that this guy brings to the table. So good. And he's carried that on clearly here. All these years later, still is one of the best on the sticks when it comes to Halo 3.
Yeah, you can't say enough about Ola. I mean, like you said, he's arguably the best in Halo 3, without a doubt, in probably every single person's top 5, and maybe even everyone's top 5 as far as like of all time as well. Like, I mean, Ola is just a monster.
Snakebite, though, no slouch. This is a guy who's led his team to victory numerous times here, but unfortunately won't be able to lead for a Game 1 victory if it keeps going like this. 24-17 right now. Pistola on the prowl looking for that final kill, but is not going to get it. Disengages. He has his teammate there in a scuffle, down low. Might try and push up. Missy has been playing very well here. He had a very inspirational double kill that happened. Bottom blue by that sniper earlier on with the sniper to boot, and they just want to try and bring this one back. Just don't know if it's going to be possible. Missy pushing up now. World Famous is going to be right in front, but he didn't see him, and that is going to be the killing spree and game 1 for the Southeast. Pistola, Missy, 13 and 12 kills respectively. Very well done.
Amazing stuff, gentlemen, there. I mean, looking at the Pistola and Missy combination right now, to have 13 and 12, collectively together. Amazing stuff there from Missy, really looking formidable with that sniper. And like we said before, Pistola trusting him with that power weapon, which is a really big deal on Narrows to have that sniper. I mean, looking across map, that shot across map, Missy's really owning it today, looking really good.
Another stat there in the post-game Carnage report that we didn't get really a chance to hover on, you saw the killing spree at the end. Pistola only died 4 times in that whole game. And when you're playing a 2v2 and you're minimizing your deaths that much, that's impressive, man. There's only 2 players there.
And it's not like he's just sitting back hiding or anything like that. Ola's just up in the thick of it. Like,
yeah, because it's like one thing if he was like in attic with like sniper, like trying to like shoot people. No, he was like literally in the fray every time.
Absolutely, we've got highlights here, thanks to Mixer, of course. But I mean, looking at the way Pistola is playing, Dave, you popped that Jurassic Park quote, and I was here for it, man. I really was here for it. I loved it. But he played his life so well. He was able, on one shot, just to turn around, snap, and just take Snakebite out with that power thing. Incredible stuff from him.
Yeah, it's just, you can never count Ola out, you know, despite the advantage you have on the player. It's just, you give him a little bit of breathing room and he'll find a way to run away, or he'll find a way to either stick a grenade, rip your face off with the snipe. He just has so many options with being such a strong player.
Yeah, this was just a great game for Southeast. How they played around each other, capitalizing on their aggression. It also shows too, I would say a different kind of Ola than what we saw at the Halo Classic. I think that even at that event, everyone was kind of just getting used to back into the flow of Halo 3, right? I think we're starting to see that Pistola, who has just been so dominant in the past, just continue to do that. And this also makes me excited for the 4v4 later on, because Pistola, if like they're playing like this, and who knows like how much they've leveled up since Halo Classic to now in that time frame.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the series layout now, brought to you by Xbox Game Pass, and see exactly what we've got lined up for you next, because, yep, the fun goes on, guys, and it goes on to Guardian. One of my favorites, actually. I love Guardian for Bull, but I do like a Guardian Slayer as well. I think it's going to be interesting, especially 2v2, something I am personally new to, and just looking at the way that, you know, you have to combine your tactics into an even more sort of, you know, detailed level. It's crucial that you get it right with your partnership. It's crucial your communication is there, and the way that Guardian's laid out, Dave, is it going for somebody in your favor? I know that Snakebite is going to really want to push this one hard.
Well, so one thing that we saw interesting last game was how on Narrows, Ola dropped the sniper for Missy. I mean, there's only one sniper here, and I wonder if that even be the same play. Like, it seems like Ola really trusts his teammate here, Missy. So I feel like in most cases, if you'd asked me before this, I'd be like, oh yeah, obviously they're going to give the sniper to the top, you know, pro on each team. But in this case, I can see Missy even taking it.
Give Missy the snipe.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, as you can see, we're starting up now. The game is ready to go, so let's take it away with the Guardian to the casting. Let's go.
Here we go. So now it's going to be game number 2. We're back in the fray now. Southeast up 1-0 against Northeast here, and World Famous going to get that sniper right away.
Yeah, so both these players here from Microsoft Store just stepping it up when they need to, obviously, because obviously they're here in the finals for a reason. Snakebite trying to stay alive, but Ola, he's going to cast a spell on you and take you out, so that's another Ola thing. In all
fairness, Snakebite, though, with camo flickering like that, being like crazy, there's not much you can really do in those instances.
I like how, like, yeah, Ola can just pick up a one-shot. I'm like, gosh, Ola's just so darn good. He just doing Ola things as usual.
You get it. You're a fan. You love him. I do too. It's okay. We all can express our love.
He's one of those fantastic players I never got the opportunity to team with, you know, throughout my Halo career.
Oh yeah.
So like that would have been, you know, he's one of those players I've been like, all right.
Maybe he tried to avoid you.
Oh yeah, he absolutely did. But like I said, like I never got the opportunity to team with him.
I never got a chance to team with him either, you know, but that was also because I was trash. So I did it before. You did it.
When you assault yourself before me, it takes some of the sting away.
All right, 6-4 now. Northeast up. A good start. World Famous was able to get that sniper early on, give him that first kill. Missy, though, gets tagged up by that grenade. Because of that, Pistola was right there for the follow-up. Or sorry, Snakebite was right there for the follow-up. That is going to give them the sniper rifle. They're going to continue to maintain this 3-kill lead.
One thing that'll also be interesting here on Guardian is there's plenty of times. Oh wow!
Look at that.
Snakebite's also passed off the World Famous. So if these players who got their opportunity from Microsoft stores, they are absolutely getting the opportunity to shine. It's not like they're just sitting back and letting Snakebite and Ola do all the work. These players are stepping up to the plate.
This clearly goes back to what I was saying before, that they're comfortable now. They trust one another now. Snakebite knows what World Famous is capable of. Same thing with Missy. Pistola knows that as well. And I also like this too, because World Famous, you might as well keep them up at the top of the tower. Let World Famous get the tag on someone and have Snakebite play for that camo, because that's going to be a very important power weapon to have. If they can secure this one, that is going to set this tone. Maybe give them 2 or 3 more kills here.
Right, just like that, despite not getting control of that camo, they acquired 2 kills out of that scenario, and that's a good enough trade in many cases. Like, if a team's gonna go for some sort of burn, make them pay with 2 lives.
Oh yeah,
you've gotten your earnings out of
just done.
Power up.
I would take 2 kills and a camo burn any day of the week, you know. And with the way the World Famous is playing, yeah, I think this is working out lovely for them. Northeast really performing well here. Missy, though, he's going to have that Mauler. The Mauler with then added damage. It does, when you have the damage boost, when our competitive settings, the way it plays out, that Mauler becomes a lot more powerful. You got to be careful because it also fires quickly.
Yeah, and it's always just actually been ridiculously powerful, especially, you know, real close range. It's just one of those things where it's equivalent to a shotgun, essentially, when you're right next to somebody here at land.
World Famous trying to line up the shot there. He has a lot of sniper shots left, and he has to make that reload happen, but he's going to get the trade. So they both go down, though. They're going to give up the sniper side. They're also going to give up sniper rifle with, as you see right there, and 13 shots left in it. That is a lot of opportunities for Missy to be able to get some headshots, peel some brains, so that this way they come back into this game.
Missy going to try to help secure this kill over at bottom middle, bottom gold. Unfortunately, the player gets away, but he does now know the location of both players. So that's going to free up both Missy and Ola. They no longer have to watch their backs. They don't have to be like, all right, is someone sneaking out around bottom middle, or is anyone going to be flanking from top blue? They have a few minutes or a few moments of opportunity just to relax.
Now that is the worst thing that could possibly happen right there for Missy, because he had eyes on blue side, which, you know, again, to kind of go back to what you were talking about, they knew exactly where they were, but because he was so focused on that blue side that he did not pay attention to the lift that is underneath there, right by that green side. So because of that, he ends up being able to push out and take control of this. Now they got themselves a camo, Dave. They can look to pile on some more kills because of this.
Well, in all fairness, too, that was a pretty unorthodox time to lift. Your teammate had just gotten taken out. In most cases, in obviously a 2v2, you're not going to want to go out into the absolute open after your teammate gets taken out, but it ended up paying off in that situation. Whether that's, you know, a counterplay to knowing how the other person was playing, or whether that player is already committed towards going towards left and it's like, all right, I'm already here, I'm going all the way.
Missy with Pistola in the back there. It's going to force Snakebite back over to the green side. Wait this one out now. 5 kills separating these 2 teams. Sniper rifle once again for Missy. I like that. I like that you're giving this player, not because you want to give the platform to perform, like maybe that's part of it, but I think more or less it just works out better that way, because yeah, I would love to just have Pistola charging in with his VR out, right, while I'm just tagging people, making them one shot.
Yeah, and both are very obviously difficult roles. Like, you always hear the accolades for players, you know, the likes of like a Snipe Down or the sniper players that are able to hit those ridiculous shots and obviously set up great opportunities for the teams and get those picks. But it's equally and also very valuable to have those players that are comfortable getting up close towards the enemy team, knowing how they can stay alive. You know, as you saw, like Snakebite being the player to charge towards the camo while he let World Famous snipe over at Snipe Tower. Or, once again, here with Ola, letting Missy snipe in the back, and then Ola getting up in their faces. So when someone does get weak, Ola can swoop in, clear out that kill, stay alive, and then go back up towards safety. Because it's a very undervalued skill. Being able to go up close towards the front lines and staying alive as long as someone like Ola or Snakebite does.
Yeah, it's just something that, wow, nicely done there from Pistola. He was stuck right in between 2 players. Now they're going to be able to get this camo. Yeah,
and switch role right here. Let's see how this one pays off this time, because remember previously, last time we saw how Snakebite was the one who pushed on forward, and right there, Missy opted to just go for the burn. Felt like since he was no shields, didn't really feel like he was going to be able to stay alive, decides just to trade his life for the camo, which I don't fully disagree with, given the circumstances.
That was that was definitely the play to make in that moment. I do think, though, there was a brief moment of hesitation, though, from Missy. He should have just, with the 2 players down and he was already there, he should have just charged for it right away.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, you're basically rolling the dice. You're saying, hey, as long as they don't spawn barrels, I got this. So, barrel / top gold. But
because he was right there, but he waited, and then he went. And by that point, the nades were already coming in, right? He could have gotten that camo, maybe got out of there scot-free. Granted, though, coulda, shoulda. I think being down by 2 here with Pistola and the sniper rifle, you burn the camo too, so it doesn't become a factor. You're putting the fear into the northeast side that there's a potential that you can come back into this game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's only a 2-kill game at the moment, and I think the way Missy was looking at it was saying, all right, well, we can't let them spiral out of control. If I let go of this camo, potentially we are losing the sniper when someone can slip on over across the map.
Now, with this slowdown like this, Walshy, what is Snakebite and World Famous's plan here? What are they trying to accomplish? Where are they trying to move?
Well, they're hoping either somebody gets significantly out of position, that they can get at least a couple BR shots, or a grenade onto somebody, and then they could make a push after that. Otherwise, to me, it looks like they're just waiting for camo. It feels like since the game has already slowed down this much, you know, why not wait another minute or so till that...
and they're up by 2, so the pressure is on Southeast to push this fight. That's why, again, when we talk about 2v2 folks being different, being slower, it's because of this. And I don't think that it necessarily makes it boring, in my opinion. I actually quite enjoy it. I like the methodical approach that these players take. Why throw useless lives away at potential blunders and pushes when you can prioritize like huge opportunities, right? Even right there, Pistola and them had to make a play. They had to make a play, but because of that northeast now, they're able to add on to that lead. Now they're up by 3.
Up by 3, and look at this. Snakebite, in my eyes, had the slight advantage there in that fight with more damage onto Ola, and backs down, just respects Ola's shot, and then also respects the situation. He realizes that he had more to lose. Had Snakebite lost that, you know, near 50-50 fight, you know, let's say he had like a 60-40 chance or whatever, he would have just lost the camo and ends up losing it anyways. But regardless, it was not because of just a 50-50 challenge.
So we're back down to 2 kills here. Northeast down in the series after the Narrows Slayer game that ended 25-17 in favor of Pistola and Missy. Good showing from their Pistola, only dying 4 times on Narrows. This time around, though, smaller map, a bit scrappier. You're going to see more deaths in that column for all these players. But I have to commend our Microsoft Store competitors, Missy and World Famous. They really, this is what it's all about, that opportunity to shine in this moment. And I know World Famous would have loved to have hit that grenade as I was praising him. But
yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of brilliancy from these guys, both of them. They're both playing incredibly strong.
But I'll be,
I've been absolutely impressed by both these players.
Yeah, it's been very, very awesome to see this here. Pistola, and that is just the angle that World Famous did not want to be trapped in there. He was focusing the nades right on to that point because of this right here. Don't give Pistola the power weapon. Southeast back in this game.
Snakebite even had ducked his head when he was over towards top gold, just to avoid, even though he's going through a sliver of a crack of an area, just to avoid the potential Ola headshot. And Ola still just hits it. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's rough there.
1 minute
Nicely
remaining.
grabbed though from Northeast, and World Famous get tagged up there. I can see if that shot connected, but he's waiting for it. And then Snakebite has camo, waiting out in the open. Pistola has camo eyes. He has camo eyes.
Yep. He has them eagle eyes, so I'm not sure if he spotted them. I don't know where he's coming from. It's got to be close. He has Spidey sense tingling. He knows he's nearby.
It has to be.
He has it.
Okay. players
Just off that grenade. That's why I really loved about that play from Mola. He saw a plasma there and just figured someone's still over S3 and tries to insta off of his opponent's grenade.
30 seconds remaining in this one. 2 kills left, though, for the Southeast. 1 kill now. They can bring this one back, and oh no! The melee! It didn't connect, and Pistola's going to have to disengage.
Is he going to run?
17 seconds left. They got to make the play. Pistola's going to be half on health. I am just absolutely flabbergasted that melee did not connect, but they should be able to win this game if it keeps going like this. Pistola's going to be low. He gets tagged up again. He's going to follow up, and that is going to do it. 25-24. What an end to that game. Pistola
clutching up that melee at the end where Pistola faltered.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's not over till it's over, is it, gents?
No.
It's not over until it's over. I have no words.
Dursky, where are you at? I'm kidding.
No, I mean, incredible stuff, gentlemen, and you know, nicely casted as well. Loving the hype, loving the jokes, the bad jokes.
The bad dad.
Golden boy,
They are bad.
looking at you, the dad jokes. No, amazing stuff all around from these players. I mean, being able to clutch up right at the end just when you need to is so crucial at moments like this. I mean, at one point in that game, I honestly thought it was over. I thought it was over for the Southeast. I really did. But, you know, it just proved me wrong. Like, it can't be over until it's over. And one thing I know about these pro players, as well as, you know, teaching these amateur players the experience and exactly how to play on a main stage like that, you just got to give it your all. Even if you feel like you are on the back foot, you're not. You're still in it. The game is still going on. You have plenty of time to get back. I really did feel like when it was 21-19 to Northeast, the gameplay slowed down a lot. You know, we're seeing here the replays by Mixer. It slowed down a lot at one point, and I felt like that was when Pistola was talking strats. He knew what to do. He was trying to clutch up and push hard. I mean, Dave, what did you make of the play there?
Yeah, I always look at the game in a few different states, like you said, sometimes where it slows down. Which team does better when they can just set up and make a push together? And other times when the game's chaotic. Some teams thrive in situations like that, and I do have to agree entirely, Lottie. It felt like when it slowed down, it felt like Ola and Drew were able to, you know, Ola and Missy were able to get the right picks, were able to make the pushes they needed to, and they did a fantastic job.
I mean, how difficult is it in those crucial moments right at the end there when, you know, you do miss a beatdown, you do, you know, take a shot that you really shouldn't have, you're panicking at the end. It's a bit of a scrappy play, isn't it? But it's exciting.
Yeah. You have to just shake it off. Really, because in that moment, I mean, Pistola, you just see the melee.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're like stunned. You're like blown away. You're like, why didn't this connect? But I think that regardless, they still felt like they were in a decent spot. He also made a very smart play there. Once that happened, it was like, okay, I just got to get to wherever Missy is going to be. I need to go to him right away.
Yes.
Right. So that I think really speaks evidence to just how Pistola plays out in those crucial situations in that game, that 25-24 victory.
Absolutely. And Xbox Game Pass have given us our series layout, as you can see right here, and we're moving on to Heretic, gentlemen. Heretic, exciting. I mean, you know, remake of Midship, love it, absolutely here for it. And it's a decider here. You know, do Northeast want to be in this? Are they going to push hard coming into this Heretics game? We will find out as we're getting into this one, gentlemen. Let's jump in.
All right, well, it's now time for Game 3. Southeast up 2-0. Now, there are no power weapons here, but there's Walshy's favorite thing in the whole wide world.
All right,
Dave,
all right, my top 18 favorite things about Insta-Splodes. Now, number 1 is
the man of 1,000 Insta-Splodes. This guy. So explain what the Insta is, though. Maybe some of our newer viewers may not be too familiar.
Yeah, I will happily explain what an Insta-Splode is. Insta-Splode is when there's one grenade explosion, and you throw a second grenade off that first one's explosion, and it makes the other grenade instantly explode, which I know Alex struggles with this one, but that's why it's called Insta-Splode.
Yes, and I also do struggle with the Insta-Splode itself. But also you do as well. I saw
No.
I saw you in FFA warm-ups earlier, but
and you saw some nasty plays.
Well, over to the action though. Southeast, Northeast now for this throwdown. Thanks to the Microsoft Store, 2v2. We had Missy and world famous 2 amateur players that are looking to really get this opportunity, make the most out of it. And there's an example of the Insta-Splode that you were just seeing from Walshy. It's just good to try and lock down a lane. What a beautiful shot there from Pistola. They're going to be in the lead 6-2 now. But there's no power weapons. It's all about the BR. And there's one thing I know. It's how well Pistola has been playing.
You gotta watch your back on the Ides of March right there.
Look at that. Look at the help. Look at the help there. So Pistola had Snakebite very weak. You saw him shining there. He was taking a lot of damage. And then Missy followed on through, was able to get that cleanup there onto Snakebite. That was going to give him another big kill. They're going to be up by 3. Didn't get that help there, and Snakebite wins out that fight, but the call out should have come through, and Missy scrambling around. This is where World Famous, he's looking for Pistola off of the respawn, but I would have liked World Famous to try and get to Snakebite as soon as possible. Surely he knew that he was in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I think there may have been a slight miscommunication, or maybe he was taking a little too safe. I don't know exactly what happened during that situation, like you said, but it felt like the help came in a little bit too late, and, you know, just even a couple seconds late in this game is the difference between life and death. One other thing we're seeing right here is you're going to see these teams oscillate back and forth between when they have control or not. So a lot of times what happens, as soon as they get one pick, they're going to say, all right, where's that second one? Just fly, charge, try to take down that second player before his teammate respawns.
And we're all tied up now, 10-10 in Game 3. Northeast need this one to try and bring it back. They're down in the series by 2. 2 great games as well. 25-24 on a Guardian that went to the Southeast at a breakneck speed at the end of that game. But Northeast are able to take the lead yet again now. Let's see if they can build upon this. Try and carry this one maybe to this victory here in Game 3.
We have to see. World Famous is running away here for a moment. Obviously does not entirely know where that second opponent is at, because I feel like there's times even when you're like one shot, if you've gotten down one of the opponents, if you know what the second location is, you can be, you know, it's all relative to where your opponent's at. You could be top middle technically if the other opponent's bottom middle or anywhere where they don't have that right angle. So I think in some cases, World Famous could obviously be a bit more efficient where you're pushing, but that's me finding stuff to nitpick at. I mean, I nitpick a lot. And
yes, you do.
I do, and so that's me showing a lot of respect to him as a player and saying, hey, here's maybe one small area where you can improve. So I'm sure all these players have improved a lot, though, coming through all of these Microsoft Store events. I think it's
for sure.
Being up here on the stage like this.
It's been very impressive to see how these players have been performing with the pros, but also how the pros are enabling these players to shine, putting them in those positions and showing them the guidance, right? Showing them the way on how to play this game. Halo 3 is a game that's been out for such a long time, and it has a lot of legacy to it. Names like Snakebite, names like Pistola, as we had mentioned before, it's so important to just take everything you can from these players. But I do have some good news for you folks. We have a listen-in. I want to go into the comms of Northeast to hear how they're going to communicate.
You're good. You're sure. You're on the right spawn. You're right there. Spawn right on him. You're going right street. I'm gonna go P3. Were you able to death camp for him? No. One's P3. One right, Eli. One's P3. I get that. Is he weak? Nice. Red 2 is weak. Red 2 is weak. Nice, bro. Nice shit, brother. Go, bro. I'm gonna do this. All it spawns. I'm gonna try to ult P. He's two blue. Yeah, 2 blue needles. All is backing up. P3 1 hit. P3 1 hit. He's still P3. Went blue side. He's blue nerd. I would just hide flank. Yeah, I'll come help you. There's got blue too. Yeah. Pistola's weak. Pistola's weak. I'm shooting the other guy off. He's blue street. Oh, damn. Pistola's one shot. He's going right blue. Left. He's both blue street. P1 weak. P1 weak. I see. When you spawn, once blue gun car. Yeah, when you spawn, can you kill P1? Slide's weak. P1 back up. Slide's weak. Slide's weak. I'm gonna go car 3 for him. You still slide or you back up? I don't know. You back up. Oh, what was that? Blue car door? Still sitting P3. Still sitting P3. Watch. I can shoot you in the ping too if you want. P3. He's there, nerd. Always gonna see me coming. Yeah. He's P1 and P3.
Trying to get these frag nades, dude. I got the
one shot top red, Snakebite.
I hear you. I'm nading it. Maybe I might hit him.
I got assassinated. I knew he was behind me.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna wait.
Both there.
Yep, I shot one of them once.
Snakebite is there. Both there.
Okay.
One's on P2, one's going top red.
Top red, Snakebite on me. He's weak. You can go bottom red. I bet you he already dropped. Pink 2 already. I'm weak actually. I might get collapsed.
I'm here with you. I'm right behind you.
I hear you.
The challenges.
I'm gonna get these sticky nades real quick. Snakebite has a few shots. I'm looking for his teammate just in case to see if he's flanking.
It's P2.
Snakebite went
both of them. One's P2, one's P3.
Okay, yeah. We just switched sides, so I'm gonna played a little slow. Snakebite's weak. I'm getting double teamed. They're gonna try to be aggressive on me. They're gonna kill me for sure. Snakebite's above you, weak as well. Nice kill, dude. Snakebite's gonna be aggressive. I spawn here. I'm looking for his push.
In the front.
I hear you. I have shots on him. He's weak front the base. His teammate's gonna be aggressive across front the base weak, and then I'm getting shot from blue too.
Maybe bottom red.
He's car side on you.
I'm
So,
weak,
yeah,
weak.
back up.
You're alive.
Yeah.
What is this called right here? Is this Eli?
That's Eli, yes sir.
Okay.
We got, alright, blue 2 weak and Snakebite's at red car last I saw.
Car 2, snake bite.
I hear you.
5
going top
minutes
blue.
remaining.
They're both at blue then.
Need eyes on World Famous.
World Famous is blue. I just shot him once. They're both here. Snakebite just naded us, watch out. Snakebite has another nade, watch out.
I don't know where the other guy is.
I don't either.
World Famous running away.
I hear you. They're both trying to run.
I'm one.
World Famous is weak. I'm not that
I'm
weak.
really weak.
But I'm a little weak. I'm gonna get pushed from the car guy though. He's weak. Snakebite's got 3 shots. He's gonna go under. The one's pushing you car side too as well. We're both gonna be aggressive. Nice kill though, dude. I spawned over here with you. I'm right here.
One shot.
I'm right here. I kill him.
Oh man, that was actually amazing listenings there that we got from both Southeast and Northeast. You can hear that conversation. This is why I love Halo 3, because it's a conversation. You got to talk to each other. You need to talk about what resources the other team has, but also where you're looking, who you're shooting at, and how weak they are. Those things play such a huge role in a game of positioning.
Yeah, my biggest takeaways from that was, one, they always just concisely give the information needed. So they'll first say the locations of where the person's at, you know, maybe a damage amount, saying if someone's one shot or whatnot, so that player can first make the decision if they want. And then other times too, they would sometimes give suggestions saying, all right, since I'm on the respawn, I can push up and stay alive. And
Game over. Wow, that was very well done. That was going to be Snakebite who got the Sicky on one player. World Famous was able to get the melee off the weakened player from that damage that was done, the splash damage from that nade, or not splash, but just aerial effect damage that ended up happening. There you can see the post-game Carnage report. Very, very interesting matchup there.
I mean, the beasts from the East are not making it easy for each other, that is for sure. I really enjoyed that game. Loved the listening. Absolutely loved that. But you can tell a huge difference between both teams. I felt like Snakebite's team, very clinical, very short, very quick communication. And I felt like Pistola's was more of a conversational, quite hype, excited. It was really interesting to see the difference between the two guys there. But I mean, both very encouraging. Pistola always thinking ahead.
Yeah. Calling out everything.
He is,
I'm going to go get these couple nades. We swap slots. I'm going to die 100% for sure right 100%. Here. Like,
I bet he's already dropped down there.
I like, though, that he's calling like that. A lot of players, and even like myself, when I competed, and I think everyone can kind of relate to this, is that we oftentimes call the thing that is happening, but not the thing that will be a result of what's happening, right? Like, or if someone like ends up falling right on a push or something like that, you're like, oh, I ended up dying there, right? Like they're not going to say like, I'm going into this fight, I got him weak, but I know I'm going to die 100%, right? Like, and that's okay to say that I know I'm going to die 100%, so long as you were able to be like impactful in that moment. And that was something that Pistola just does very well, and then kind of put that on to Missy.
Absolutely, we've got replays here thanks to Mixer, and you know I felt like with Snakebite and World Famous, Snakebite was giving him options. You know, it's not one-sided. It's not like the captain takes all and decides exactly where they're going. He's constantly moving around, giving him options, and World Famous was taking that on board too.
Yeah, like you said, the options part was huge. I remember during that call out when his teammate World Famous was over in top pink, and he was like, one's going to charge here, one's going to charge here. They're both going to be aggressive. You can hide there. I'm going to be charging out as soon as I spawn. I'm going to help you out. So you make the choice.
Very well done. I just so impressed with our two Microsoft Store players and the way that they've been able to, and also our pros, because here's the other thing as well, right? You look at the 4 players that were the pros here, and I'm not trying to be disparaging to the pros, but these are probably the 4 best pros you could possibly have. These are people that are just very encouraging, trying to help out, right? They've always been those kinds of players to just guide folks to where they need to be, and I like that this is where we are right now. It warms my heart to hear the comms where they are and the trust that these top players, Snakebite, Pistola, multiple championships between these 2 players, and they're talking to World Famous and Missy as equals, because they are. They're still out there. Everyone, you know, they all fall to 4 shots. They all die to insta-splodes. Like, it's pretty awesome.
They do indeed, and you can see the journey ahead of us on your screen right now thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Our series layout is taking us to Construct Slayer next. We have seen that a few times already, but it's a deciding factor here. I mean, you know, Southeast is still on their game point. They can still take this one home with this game, or Northeast are going to make this a little bit more interesting for us in the grand final. And I'm hoping for the bigger option here. I want to see it go to Game 5 because I find that for a grand final, it needs to be exciting, it needs to be hype, and it always does come down to the wire at the end of the day. Whether they can do it or not is a different story, but I did see Snakebite and World Famous looking fantastic on their construct map earlier on.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not they can bring that too, and whether Pistola and Missy can handle that as well.
That's true. I mean, let's not forget, Pistola and Missy against the West Coast. That was a 25-24 game. So maybe, you know, some things probably didn't go their way, right? Some power-ups, right? Or maybe some power weapons didn't go their way. Like, you know, there's a variety of things that could happen. But, hey, when you compare the two and the performances between the two in Northeast, they were very dominant on Construct. Maybe that is going to be the thing that they need here to bring this one to a Game 5, potentially.
Fantastic. So, gentlemen, I'm going to hand it over to your very capable hands, or should I say vocal cords. So take us through this construct of our next map in the series. Take it away, guys.
A lot of faith in us, Lottie. A lot of faith in us. A
little too much faith.
A little too much, honestly. just don't know if it's a good idea. But I do have faith that we're going to have a good game. You like that, Dave? I know, I'm proud of that one. We're going to have camo, as well as sniper rifle up for grabs. You're also going to have the rocket launcher up top. And here we go, off to the races on Construct Team Slayer. We're going to be on board from our Microsoft Store player, Missy. Just going straight for those rockets already, though, Northeast. Able to get that first kill, though.
I like the starting strategy. It's like, Ola, hold the line as long as you can. Hold them off as long as you can. I'll go get these rockets. But unfortunately, World Famous says no and takes those rockets away.
Ola, hold the door. You know, hold the door. Is that we're now in like non-spoiler territory now?
Yeah, that's fair game now.
Yeah, it's fair. It's like what was it, Star Wars? If like you were a year out, and you're saying no spoilers. Well, forget you, because you should have watched it already. 2 kills up for Northeast at the start here. That was going to be an assassination onto Missy that gave World Famous the rockets. So they're watching the lanes. You know that you're not going to get anyone coming up the lifts. You can hear them on the purple lifts as well. You can hear it's very audible when they're going up. It's very audible as well when they're going up gold. Pistola with the sniper rifle.
Yeah, gold more so, without a doubt. Purple you can for the most part.
You have
like when
really
you're
pay
there,
attention.
But like when you're inside glass side, you're really not going to be able to hear it too well, especially if there's any form of action going on.
You're hoping more for on glass side to see the player go up the lift, because if you go against that wall on glass, you can see the purple of that lift. So it gives you that information that's necessary. So Missy, Pistola, looking for the opening. I think that opening will come in the form of the active camo.
I believe we got his overshield here on this one right now. Yeah, I believe we're doing
yes, okay, so it is overshield, which changes things.
Yeah, changes things. Because overshield obviously is undeniably an advantage, but it's not as big as you would think here on Construct, which is weird to say, just because there's so many times when you go up a lift and you are met with a grenade or a rocket launcher or something like that. So Ola getting past the first tricky part, decides to instantly go up gold, realizes that they probably don't have any players set over on that side, and now has eyes on the rocket player. See, there's a tough rocket. World Famous actually hits them both and takes out Ola, but Ola's going to take you with him.
Huge trade there, I have to say, to just neutralize that overshield. Snakebite's going to be one shot. Needs his teammate to help him, but Pistola is going to creep right on in.
Where did he come from?
I think he like emerged from the ground. It was like Michael Jackson in that.
Did someone spawn at Rocket 1 or something like that?
Black and white music video years ago. Remember he like T-1000 up from the ground, you know? Like that's what I think happened. I don't think Ola simply just respawns. I think he emerges.
But realistically, it's just Ola making such quick movements. He clearly spawned over towards the open side, or towards close side, and jumped right over towards Rocket 1. And yeah, Snakebite still didn't get his shields back because Ola was so quick there.
Nicely done from Northeast. This game has been very, very good for the red team so far. Up 5-2. Down in the series though, 5-1, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the Microsoft Store 2v2 Throwdown. We have competitors coming in from Microsoft stores all across the country. And 4 lucky participants played with the best players in the world, representing Central, Southeast, West Coast, and the Northeast. And now, Southeast, they're able to get that rocket yet again. A little bit of a pocket rocket there, maybe? No, player was there, okay.
Yeah, there's player there, but clearly that one didn't connect as much. I think, yeah, Missy was uncertain of exactly where they'd be spawning, but clearly I did a really good job collapsing it with Ola once knowing they were in that lift.
I also love Pistola's just play there. He was watching Glass because he did it to Snakebite, so he had assumed that, hey, there's a possibility it'll happen to me too if I'm not paying attention down low. You kind of got to rely on your peripheral, but also like some of the sounds you're going to hear is players like jumping around or maybe like hovering around that lift area.
Did Snipe just pop? I don't know, maybe not. I could be off on that time. I could have swore I heard that as the audio, which is surprised that Snakebite didn't go for that if that was the case.
Well, Missy's going to have that sniper, and that is going to down Snakebite, tie the game up. Once again, we keep on talking about it, but we got to praise the way that these two players, World Famous and Missy, have been performing here in the finals. It's been so impressive from them. Exactly what we wanted to see in the Microsoft Store 2v2 Throwdown. 9-8 score line. Oh, and look at that. Popped up from behind was going to be Missy. This is a tied game here. Southeast, if they win this, they will take it home. They will be your 2v2 Throwdown champions in this best-of-5 series. Northeast need this win to be able to bring one back to a game 5.
Right here, once you're in Glass, this is actually a pretty tricky fight between Glass and one of the lifts. Reason being is you're not sure if you should commit both people running towards the lift, or if you get greedy and you send someone over towards Rocket 2, where you actually have the cutoff angle in case you get that player weak. Because if you commit both players in towards the lift, they have an escape out through the street side. But if you don't send both players to the lift, you have a chance of possibly losing that and losing Glass, which is the more important position.
Missy wants to try and get in the spot so he can help out Pistola, but Pistola is going to get the beat down on the Snakebite. Missy versus World Famous. World Famous is still going to be hovering above there, but World Famous gets the kill. That is going to be the tiebreaker there from Pistola, who cleans up World Famous after Missy did some substantial damage to him. And World Famous spawns out low. That nade, maybe if they, okay, so they did hear that gold lift, so they know exactly where he is. I don't know if maybe he needed to go up.
That one's tough to say. I don't hate the move going up the lift right there, but yeah, at some points you almost don't want the opposing team to know where you're spawning, because his other teammate may have potentially spawned over at gold 2, which could have been scary for spawn kill.
Now, if Snakebite is able to get to the position he wants relatively unseen, that could end up being a huge moment for them to come back into this game. But Southeast, they're going to go up by 2. Snakebite hasn't really been able to do anything with this overshield. Does pick up the plasma pistol, charge up on that one, instantly drain the shields of a player, and Pistola knows this is not a fight that he's going to be able to win against against an overshield player.
The worst part is too, Snakebite's like, all right, last time when I fought Ola, he ran right and then he kept running right. So this time I'm going to for sure outsmart him. And nope, Ola is just going to weave back and forth and get away from that every single time, no matter how you do it.
You always find a way to get out of a sticky situation. World Famous got a little reckless there, pushed up. I think he was hoping that Snakebite was going to try and challenge from that open side a little bit more so, but committed a bit too much.
Well, that same concept applies, similar to that fight I was talking about over in lobby, where it's like, do you commit 2 people in the same spot where you have more firepower and you can back each other up and you're more than certain to back them down and you're to stay alive, or do you get greedy and push them from 2 different angles where if all goes right, they are going to die.
15-12. Southeast looking to close this one out. And Missy, I like that play. I like that play for Missy because every single time they trade, that is advantage Southeast. They're going to keep on racking up kills.
The other thing I saw right there in the POV was Ola look over TV screen. You saw how he's hiding perfectly over in that lift and jumps at the right time when he knew he could sneak on over towards Glass. So that must have also been one of the times too when you saw him surprise Snakebite over the Glass. Like Ola just knows those timing windows where he can move on over and move into that lobby.
Just the small details in Halo 3 make it such a fun game to watch, to play, to talk about here even. There's so many details, finer details that players and really, we all just kind of take for granted when you talk about the way that you got to play Halo 3. Everyone just thinks
World Famous got to get up.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
You go.
And this is, again, some of the finer details, right? Why do you want to go up? Well, because you just want to be able to control, like, this is the best part of the map to hold, right? It's simple, what is it, geography, right? Hold the top, so that this way you don't allow them to be able to get control of it.
The other reason, too, why World Famous need to get up there in that last situation is once you're hunting someone down low, that is an acceptable play at times, and you want to fight players down low. However, once that player outmaneuvers you or outpositions you, like Ola, once Ola got over towards C2, and you're still down on the very bottom of the basement, you need to get up right away because you now lost the advantage on the player you were hunting.
One thing that I also need to highlight here is, oftentimes when we commentate these games, right, and World Famous, he's going to fall there, that is going to be
another Ola flank towards glass/sword.
I was going to say, you can't criticize World Famous for that, because one, that is Pistola, again, just doing Pistola things, the way that he plays, the timings, that he just has that down to a T.
Oh, he's one of the hardest players to kill in the world. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, it really isn't, but it just goes to show like how impressive they've been. They've given us really nothing to be like, oh, they could do this better, they could do that better. No, it's really just, it's been a dead even clash with Southeast getting that slight advantage, but it's really just been because of some really great hero plays that you can't factor in when you're analyzing some matches.
Absolutely hero plays, and then we also don't hear the comms all the time. When we did hear the comms, a lot of the decisions made perfect sense. Where it's like you hear what Snakebite's telling him what to do. It's like Snakebite saying, no, stay with me here, help me charge this, help me finish off this kill, or help protect me. Maybe Snakebite was one shot during that time, or there's so many other factors to consider. But yeah, when we get to see here on the desk though, Alex, we get to reap the benefits of just being able to say, oh, well, you know what you should have done there?
But even then for these guys, I can never say that, because it comes down to just these like small moments, right? Small moments that don't really, again, you cannot break that down. Small moments that do not reflect on the kill feed or the scoreboard. It's just the way that they play around each other. And also credit to the Microsoft Store players for just listening. You know how many players just think they know better than some of the best in the world? I can't begin to tell you the list of that. It's so long of a list there. Walshy, just again, very impressed across the board here, but 2 kills remaining. This looks like Southeast should be able to close this one out.
Yes, but a moment though, they are also on the bottom half of the map. Snakebite does have Ola's location, which it means something for a little bit, but Ola's always going to relocate and do something tricky and wacky, so it doesn't mean all of that.
Well, that was going to be a chase down kill there onto World Famous, giving them the 24th kill. One more, and Southeast will be your champions for the Microsoft 2v2 Throwdown, and they're going hunting. They're looking for him. They want to find him, and they're going to be down low. We're going to have a clash down low, and that is going to do it. Southeast will win the Microsoft Store 2v2 Throwdown. Pistola and Missy take the W. And I am going to say, when I met these guys today, I went to Missy and I was like, oh, your name's Alex, you're going to win.
You honestly said that. I was there for it.
I did say that.
You spoke it into existence, Gordon.
Maybe I'm the wizard.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're the wizard with the glasses and the gut.
Yes.
Just said it.
Did not expect that. Did not expect that, but well deserved. So
no, absolutely. Congratulations, Southeast. Pistola and Missy, incredible stuff from them all across the board. I mean, 3-1, and it reflects. It definitely reflects. And they had those first 2 games down. They were unstoppable. And like you said, I actually liked some of the breakdown you said there in terms of the margins. It's literally an inch that you get in 2v2. I mean, it depends on how your team's playing, where you're at that time, your timing. I mean, sometimes it's just down to where you are at that moment.
They were listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were listening. That's really what it boils down to. They could have easily, these players could have easily come out here, Lottie, and said, like, I'm going to play my game, you play your game. The pros could have easily had just said, I play my game, you play your game.
Yeah, it would have been a different ball game.
Exactly, but you hear those comms. Those aren't 2 people playing separate games. No, they are playing together, and you need that in a 2v2 to win, but also I just have to commend our pros for really helping these guys out. I'm sure that they learned a ton from this experience. I mean, how could
even
they not?
mid-game, remember I believe it was Missy was like, was this spot called Eli? Noah's like, yeah, that's Eli. And so
Yeah.
like they're still like learning callouts and like learning
Because
parts of the map. Yeah.
there are little details you just don't really factor in.
Absolutely, and of course we've got our replays by Mixer on your screen right now from our 2v2 Microsoft Store Grand Final. Southeast taking that one away. I mean, I really do believe that the skill gap between these two guys, it just wasn't even a thing. It was all down to the moments, the timing, the communication, and where you are at that moment and how you play out that certain play that you are getting faced with there in the strategies. The counter strats in 2v2, I have it down now in my head. That's what it's down to. It's how you counter your opposition there. And Southeast, they really did run away with it, and I commend them.
Yeah, it was just a great series. It was great for these players to have this opportunity to play with the likes of Pistola, a freaking legend in competitive Halo, a living legend in competitive Halo. Snakebite, one of the most winningest players of all time in the Halo franchise. This guy has won event after event after event. What is it? Hadn't placed out of the top 3 in, I don't know, ever. So yeah,
pretty much ever.
Very impressed there. Even then, right? No top 3 here this time for Snakebite. Ends up coming out in second. So yeah, there's just a big opportunity for them. And also, I think it's just a fun experience. And this is kind of like, I haven't had a chance to go to the Microsoft Store events myself, but like I do got to give a huge shout out to my boy Voodoo Man over there in Canada. They, the GTH, the Greater Toronto Halo group, they're like the prime example of like what you want to see, and we're starting to see that build up more and more. Regionality is a thing that you want to see more and more of, and it's pretty awesome.
100%. And as you can see there, talking about regions, we have our layout on the board. Thank you so much to Xbox Game Pass for providing these for us. And you see only Northeast with that one win on the map, Heretic. And unfortunately for them, it was game over in that last one on Construct. But I mean, incredible stuff from Southeast across the board there. Close games though. Very, very close games. Makes it super exciting for us, for sure. But I mean, Dave, these guys being able to get up on that stage, a huge shout out to, world famous Missy. Incredible stuff from them. Future potential.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you saw even the pros would not have trusted them with snipes or with certain roles during those games with money on the line unless they truly trusted them.
Yeah.
Like they straight up trust them. They're like, hey, you take the snipe, you're gonna cover me. I'm grabbing camo here on Guardian. And that says a lot. So yes, absolutely some potential, and it was just a great opportunity, mostly for those guys, like you said, like just a great experience where it's like they now get to tell their Halo friends the rest of their lives, be like, oh, when they're playing Halo, like, oh, dude, I got to go to South by Southwest. I got to play with Ola on main stage.
They're going to know about it anyway. Yep. They're probably watching. All their mates are probably watching right now.
Oh, without
going,
doubt.
Wow, this is pretty cool. They're going to get picked on the team, that's for sure. But, incredible stuff. They take away a wonderful cash prize of $3,000. So congratulations, Southeast. And second place ain't too bad either. You get 1,500. So amazing stuff from Northeast as well. And